recording. It's recording. Now I get to share my screen. Give me a second here while I get everything up and running. There's that. And that. I think we're ready. Okay, guys and girls. Happy Wednesday. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for taking time out of your very busy schedules to sit with me for an hour to learn about something I'm really passionate about, and that is about forgetting those crazy marketing formulas that you see everyone, all the marketing experts promoting on their Facebook and in their website and in their email. And some housekeeping notes before we get started. This presentation is being recorded, and I will make sure to send a link later today so you can watch it again if you like. And I'll include a copy of the slides, just like I normally do. So if you wanted to print those out, you certainly can. This is a no pitch webinar. However, I am sharing with you how to schedule a Get Acquainted call with me if it speaks to you, and that'll be at the end of today's presentation. And if you have any questions during today's class, feel free to type them there in the chat box. I won't see it till the end because I don't have it open here on my screen share, but I will definitely check it before we close out today's class. So without further ado, let's talk about what we are going to talk about today. So I have a few things on our agenda, and the first thing is just making sure I'm sorry, I just want to make sure the chat was working. Yep, it's working. Good. Okay, good. So let's talk about what we're going to learn today. The first thing I'm going to tell you about is the truth about marketing formulas. I'm going to give it to you real. I'm going to give it to you truthfully, and I hope it really helps you understand what's going on in the marketplace as far as marketing coaches, business coaches go. Then I'm going to talk about selling your soul. And I have a story there about that. Then I'm going to explain to you the difference between marketing magic and marketing divinity. And these are two terms that I've come up with to explain what is good and what feels icky when it comes to your marketing. And then I'm going to give you 9 permissions. These are the ways for you to market with more authenticity. And then finally, a resource for you, which is the Get Acquainted call. I'll give you information on how you can do that. So let's get started. So I'm calling this section of today's webinar sort of the state of the union in marketing coach world, right? What we see, what I've seen, and I'm sure you have too, is there's like this abundance of marketing gurus, and I'm using gurus in quotation marks. They're out there and they're just trying to sell you like these overnight get-rich systems that you must have to market your business. And what happens is these gurus are just usually peddling some type of quick 6-step formula that will lead to some outstanding, crazy results, like getting 10 clients in 30 days, or doubling your income this month, or adding 5,000 more Facebook fans. And they use sort of these shock and awe headlines to grab your attention in their blog posts or in their webinar titles, or even in Facebook ads, right? And it's kind of like clickbait. And these usually have some type of time frame, like you see here, a year. They usually have some kind of number, whether it's like a dollar amount or the number of followers or the number of clients. So in this example, $5 million. And then there's the hook. And the hook is either like, do this one thing or follow these 5 steps. And the hook always promises great fortune that can be made with greater ease. And before they even reveal the price of the so-called wonderful formula, they start to hit you with drastic what-if statements. So they'll say something like, if you don't buy this product, you won't get any clients. Or if you don't buy this product, you won't easily earn $10,000 this month. And, and then what if you don't? You'll have a lifetime of misery. You're going to have to quit your business and go get a job, right? All these kind of drastic statements. And then once they reveal the price, which honestly sometimes is a little overpriced, they set into what I call these sales through guilt statements. And I'm going to read a few to you. And these are real statements that I have picked up. Now, the first one's not too bad. Here's what it says. It's up to you. Do you want to change your life and make things better? Or do you want to stay in the same place? Yeah, I've seen that before. That one's okay. But listen to this one. Don't you owe it to your family to try to improve your business and life? Oh, family guilt statement. And here's another one. I have given you so much information here because I want you to succeed. But I worry what will happen to you once this webinar is over. So that's the old reciprocal statement, like, I've given you so much information, you owe me. You owe me, and you should buy from me because of that. And so sometimes you do buy, right? You buy because you feel like you have to, not because you want to. While you may feel convinced that, maybe this formula will solve your woes, what you're mostly feeling is this, that not buying this formula will result in the demise of your business. So you hand over your money and you pray for the best. And the formula then gets revealed, right? Because you purchased the product and the truth be told, it's not anything earth-shattering, but you're told by the guru, if you hustle and you work it, you will get outstanding results. And so you start to implement. But here's the thing, as you're implementing, you're being taught things that are totally out of whack, totally not in alignment with your energy. You listen to that loop that's been playing in your head, fed to you from the guru, the sales process. This will solve my problems. If I don't implement this, I am doomed, right? And you just keep playing this over and over and over again. And despite your best efforts, you're not getting the promised results. And so you wonder, what's wrong with me? And the guru, he or she will tell you this. If you're not getting the results you want from my formula, then there is something wrong with you. You have maybe a poor mindset, or you're just resisting the process. But hey, no worries, because this happens all the time to entrepreneurs. And I have the perfect product for you. And here comes the upsell. And so by the time you're finished with this whole process, the sales process, the guilt process, the feeling inadequate process, you feel dirty. You feel kind of used, and you are emotionally triggered. I want to share a quick story with you of a real life example of this. And I call it the marketing expert who sold his soul. And I won't mention his name. It is a man. And you may have heard the story before, but bear with me because I want you to really listen to how the marketing gurus are just really preying on people, preying as in like predator preying, and how they are using guilt and other inauthentic marketing techniques to really get you to buy. So about a year ago, many of you know, I released my book, That First Client, and I was looking at how other marketing experts market their books to attract clients. And I saw a Facebook ad for a millionaire marketing expert. And he had a deal where if you pay for the shipping and handling, he'll send a book to you for free. And also there was like this online training course coupled with it that was also free. And I'm like, okay, that's a promotion I would like to run. I'm going to go ahead and opt in for this. I want to see how this millionaire marketing expert does this promotion so that I can benchmark. So I go into the website and I have to put my credit card information in and I opt in. And I, click submit, and I'm expecting to go to another, slide or screen that gives me access to this online training that I've been promised. Instead, though, I am delivered to a screen that has a product for me to buy, and it's like a $300 product. And it's, it's going to cure my client attraction problem, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, I don't want that. I want the free training you promised me. So in order to get past this screen, I had to press a button that said, no, I am not interested in getting more clients now. Oh my gosh, I was infuriated because, I am a law of attraction believer. And I'm like, what am I saying by pressing this button? But needless to say, I'm like, all right, I'm going to press it. whatever, you know. So I press the button thinking, okay, now I'm going to get to my online course. Nope. The next web page it brings me to is the same product now with payment plans. I'm like, no, I still don't want your product. I'm just here to get your online course. So once again, I got to press the button. No, I'm not interested in more clients. And I'm like, okay, finally, I'm going to get to this free training. And so it goes to the next page. And oh my gosh, there's another product this man is trying to sell me. It automatically has a payment plan. It's going to solve, again, some, I think, my woes as a public speaker, as if maybe I have any. And I'm so irritated at this point. I didn't want either one of these products. I didn't want to be upsold 3 times. I just wanted the free training I was promised to. So I had to kind of center myself and remind myself, why am I here? I'm here to learn. So I'm learning what not to do, right? I go ahead and click through, finally get to the training. But at this point, I'm so agitated and so turned off that I really don't even look at the training. Meanwhile, in my inbox, because remember, I'm opting in, here comes a barrage of emails. And over a period, I want to say it was like 48 hours or 36 hours, I received 12 emails from this marketing expert reminding me to access my free training. And some of these emails were exactly verbatim from the one before. The only thing different was the subject line. And here's where it got really icky for me. One of the subject lines said, there's a problem with your book order. Now remember, I paid shipping and handling for a book to come. And I thought, oh no, maybe my credit card didn't go through or the zip code was wrong, whatever. And I go to it, and I'll be damned if it was just another reminder to get this online course that at this point, I don't even want the book at this point. I was so turned off, right? And I'm thinking to myself, at what point in this marketing expert's career did he feel like he had to sell his soul to get people to purchase from him? And it reminded me of a play I read when, I have an English degree. And when I was back at Wesleyan College, I read Dr. Faustus by Christopher Barlow. And I'm not going to bore you with all the details, but in general, Dr. Faustus is in university. He's learning things like law and theology and that kind of thing. And he's bored. He doesn't like it. He wants to learn magic. So he makes a deal with the devil, Lucifer. And what the deal is Lucifer will teach him magic, and he'll be on the earth for the next 24 years. And after that time, he will go to hell. So basically, Dr. Faustus traded his soul to learn, quote unquote, magic. And here's the thing. During this time, Dr. Faustus didn't use magic for good. In fact, he squandered his 24 years. He wasn't more successful. He wasn't more happy in his life. And it was just a conceited, pursuit. And so what is the lesson here? Why am I bringing up, really old piece of literature here? Is I don't want you to be a Dr. Faustus when it comes to your marketing. You don't have to sell your soul to learn marketing magic. And I want you to remember this. If you are a light worker or you're a purpose-driven entrepreneur, marketing magic will always make you feel icky and out of alignment. So what is this marketing magic really? Well, it's this overnight 6-step formula as you keep seeing on Facebook. That's really what marketing magic is. It doesn't exist. Because if they did, everyone would be rich and successful, right? So when you are buying these programs or you're reading this stuff, you feel like crap. And that's your warning sign, right? You feel sleazy. You feel like a used car salesman. And as I mentioned, that's because marketing magic is out of alignment with your energy. And when you don't come from a good place energetically, your marketing implementation will never yield the results you are looking for. So what's the opposite? What is the other option from marketing magic? Well, that is something that I call marketing divinity. This is when you believe marketing is a divine tool that allows you to share your gifts with the world. And it's a belief that marketing is an expression of how your gifts can get the people you are meant to serve, right? How you can reach these wonderful people you are meant to serve. And it's a belief that your marketing is a reflection of your authentic self, right? Every email you write, every social media post you put out there, every blog post you write, everything that you touch is an authentic reflection of you. right? It feels like you, it looks like you, it sounds like you. And as a result, you become a client magnet because people are resonating with you because you're being authentic and you're making those connections and you're not trying to swizzle them out of their cold hard cash. And another thing that people who believe in marketing divinity believe is that this is hard work. It is hard work. Don't let anybody tell you any differently, but it's not something you become that you start to dread, right? You might even actually love it. You might actually love marketing. And you understand that it's a constant process, that it's not an overnight formula. And here's the thing. Why all marketing experts know this, but they don't tell you this because it's not sexy. It's not something that you could package up and put a pretty bow on it and try to sell to people. But I'm telling you, this is what it is. This is what real authentic marketing is like. So you may be asking yourself, yes, I am done with the crazy marketing magic. I'm done with Dr. Faustus marketing. I'm done with snake oil. Teach me how to do this stuff authentically. And that's what we're going to talk about next in the presentation. So the first thing I want you to understand is that authentic marketing is not a formula. It is not a system. It is not a process. It is rather a state of mind. It's really a series of permissions. These permissions, they really help your overall mindset, and they help you stay in alignment with your energy, and it helps you feel great about the whole marketing process. So you may be thinking, oh, Jill, why permissions? Well, what happens oftentimes with entrepreneurs is you're super confident about your gifts, right? You know you're a good graphic designer. You know you're a good travel agent. You know you're a good intuitive healer, whatever you are. You know you're good at that. But where you lack confidence is understanding about marketing, understanding how to market your gifts. And when you lack confidence, you often don't trust your gut. And so many of you are intuitive, and you don't trust your gut, and things start to go awry, and that's when you become susceptible to this so-called marketing magic. So with these permissions I'm about to give to you, I'm going to help you lay the foundation for authentic marketing. And I'm going to give you permission to follow your gut. And I'm going to give you permission to do things your way, because that is what authentic marketing is all about. So let's delve into each of these permissions. Now, if you've been following me any length of time, this first one is not going to be a surprise, because you know I'm always saying this. I need you to embrace your role as director of marketing for your business. You have permission to be the director of marketing for your business. What does that mean? That means that marketing becomes the most important tasks next to client work, right? You've got client work, whether you're massage, whether you're booking reservations, whatever you do, those, of course, super important. Hand in hand with that, marketing becomes important. Directors of marketing always do marketing tasks first. And how I came up with this line or this premise is one time I was on a Get Acquainted call with a sales prospect. And one of the things she said to me was, I just don't have time for marketing. And I hear that quite often. And I asked her, I'm like, well, what's taking up your day? What is getting in the way of you doing your marketing? And the first thing out of this lovely woman's mouth was, well, I have to empty the trash. I thought, whoa, how did trash emptying take precedent over marketing? And it really wasn't about emptying the trash. What she was saying was, I would rather empty the trash than do marketing. A lot of people would rather do all sorts of different tasks before they sit down and do marketing, because marketing feels icky, or marketing feels like something you can't do because you don't have the right knowledge. It's something you procrastinate on. But not when you're the director of marketing for your business. When you're the director of marketing for your business, you embrace it, you own it, and you say, I have these marketing tasks, and I am going to do it imperfectly and as fully as I can, and then I'll empty the trash, and then I'll do my accounts receivable, and then I'll, whatever. You do those marketing tasks first. They become the priority. And here's the thing. Here's why this works. If you are focusing on marketing every day, and by the way, if you're not at full capacity, up to 4 hours of marketing a day, okay? But think about this. If you're devoting hours of marketing a day to your business is going to grow. It can't not grow. It's like if you have a garden, right? And you water that rose bush and you love on it and you talk to it and you fertilize it and you spend time with it, it's going to flourish. It can't help but not to. And that's the same with your marketing. So please, if you have to, when you get this slide deck, print this slide out, put it over your desk, remind yourself you are the director of marketing for your business. The next permission I want to give you is to market from your heart. This means if a formula or a program or a set of processes or whatever doesn't feel good to you, then you don't do it, right? Use your heart as sort of the litmus test to make sure that what you're doing is that authentic reflection that we are after with authentic marketing. So if you're learning something from an expert and you're like, that doesn't feel right, then don't do it, or adjust it so that it does feel right for you, right? If you are writing copy for an email and you're trying to follow what someone else has written, and after you're done, you're like, whoa, that doesn't sound like me at all. That's not marketing from your heart, right? That's marketing from trying to copy what someone else is doing. Don't do that. You certainly benchmark, certainly learn, but market from your heart, write from your heart, talk from your heart, do from your heart. And when you follow your heart in your marketing, it feels less icky, it feels more authentic, and yes, that's where you really get the results you're looking for. The next permission I want to give you is to learn marketing fundamentals. So what we often do as entrepreneurs is we worry about learning a skill, how to do a webinar, how to do a Facebook ad, how to convert off an auto spotter sequence, whatever. We worry about skills, but those are things later down the road that you need to worry about. The first thing you need to worry about are marketing fundamentals. If you're thinking about building a house, the marketing fundamentals are the foundation to your home. So what are marketing fundamentals? These are timeless marketing principles that once you learn them, you don't have to learn them again. These are, it's sort of like when you're learning how to drive. These, they turn the blinker on when you're going to go left or right. Press the brake when you need to stop the car, right? Those are basic principles. Well, there's those types of things in marketing. Ideal client, unique selling proposition, credibility factors, where your ideal clients are hanging out, how to assign a goal. All those kind of things are basic marketing fundamentals. And you need to learn them. And you can learn them from a book. You can learn them from an academy. You can learn them from a coach. I don't care where you learn it, but learn it. Because once you have that foundation, then you have that knowledge that'll help you make better decisions when it comes to those skills that you want to learn, such as webinars, such as affiliate marketing, such as social media. But this comes first. And what I find is, a lot of entrepreneurs don't know who their ideal client is, or don't really know how to define how they're different from other health coaches or other travel agents. And then they try to make a Facebook ad, or then they try to do a webinar. It doesn't work. You're putting the cart before the horse, right? In this case, the horse is the marketing fundamentals. That's what's going to drive you down your journey. So please learn them. And if you need assistance with this is where getting on the phone with me help, because I have resources to help you with this, of course, because I believe in it so strongly. Another permission I want to give you is I want love for you to study and benchmark other entrepreneurial light workers. Now, these can be people in your industry or people outside of your industry. Now, who you see on the slide in front of you are people I benchmark. Leonie Dawson, Brendan Burchard, Danielle Laporte, Denise Duffield-Thomas, Doreen Virtue, and of course my mentor, Fabian Fredrickson. These are people who I believe are marketing with authenticity, that they're marketing from their heart, right? And I love to see what they're doing with their tribes. So benchmarking means that you are looking for the best practices, things that you can use in your business without copying, right? We're going to stay in integrity here. I'm not saying, go look at some guru or some expert that you like and copy paste their Facebook post. No, that's out of integrity, right? That's not what I'm suggesting. But see what kind of questions they're asking on their Facebook page. See what they're tweeting out there in the world. See what they send out in a weekly newsletter, that kind of thing. So the best way to study and benchmark these types of entrepreneurs is to first of all identify them. You could have one, you could have 10. I mean, the number's up to you. Again, it could be people in your industry. So if you are a health coach, some other fabulous health coach, might be a person to follow, but maybe you really like this writer over here, and so you look at her stuff too. That's perfectly fine. What I recommend you do is that you subscribe to their e-newsletter, right? Read their blog posts, watch their videos, maybe subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow them wherever they are on social media where you are. So if you're not on Instagram, then don't follow their Instagram. But if they're on Facebook and you're on Facebook, follow their Facebook page. Get in their private groups if it's something you can get into. See how they're talking to their tribe. See how they are connecting. So right now, one of my entrepreneurial lightworkers that I'm following is Danielle Laporte, who just put out a book. And I am fascinated with how she is promoting this book, and I'm learning a lot. And so I'm literally taking notes, and I'm doing screen share, like screen captures. I have a whole file of screen captures on Brendan Burchard. It's a swipe file. It doesn't mean I'm going to copy his marketing copy verbatim, but I'm going to see how he's doing it and customizing it for me. These folks have been on this journey. They've done this stuff before. Why not learn from them? Again, we're not copying. We're not doing everything verbatim. We're staying in integrity, but we're learning and we're being inspired. So find some entrepreneurial lightworkers to follow inside or outside of your industry. Subscribe, follow, engage in their communities, take notes, do screenshots, keep files, and learn. And then apply that to your own marketing. That's, learning how others are doing authentic marketing will help you be a better authentic marketer too. The next permission, again, probably not something totally surprising, is I need you to write a marketing plan. Here's why. Directors of marketing, which is now, you are a director of marketing for your business. Directors of marketing all have marketing plans, every single one of them. Now, you don't have to have a huge binder on your desk like somebody would at a Fortune 500 company. Even a 3-page document does the trick. But a marketing plan helps you figure out where you're headed on your marketing journey. And it lays out how you're going to achieve your overall marketing objectives. So the analogy I like to use is, let's pretend you had to get in your car and drive to some city you've never been to. Like, I'm got to get my car and I got to drive to Provo, Utah. Never been there. Would I just get in my car and start driving? No. I would either consult a GPS or use some kind of app on my phone, or, maybe even use like a good old-fashioned road atlas. But I'm going to have some type of plan on how I'm going to arrive at my destination. And that's what a marketing plan is. It is your all-purpose document, your all-purpose roadmap to help you achieve whatever goal it is you're trying to get with your marketing, whether it's attract more clients, make more money, increase your awareness, whatever the case may be. I can't get into, because of time restriction, I can't get into the nitty-gritty of how to write a marketing plan. But I want to say a couple things. First of all, your marketing plan is your document. It is not hard. It's just knowledge you need to learn. Anyone can write one. And it's subject to change. It's a fluid document, so you might change things as you go, and that's okay. If you have no idea how to write a marketing plan, I do encourage you to let me know. I have some resources out there, some paid, some free, and you can utilize those to help you with your marketing plan. But please, please, please write it. It's so essential for your success. The next permission I want to give you is to play to your creative strengths. If you're a purpose-driven entrepreneur, you have some type of creativity. I don't want to hear it. Yes, you do. I, by trade, am a writer. That's where I started my marketing career. I was actually in public relations and wrote press releases and newsletter articles, etc. Degree with English, right? So writing is like a really big creative strength for me, which is why you see me write blog posts and write books and that type of thing, because it's something that I can do quite quickly. It's something I enjoy. It keeps me in the vortex, and it's something that I can use to get my message out there. I'm also very blessed, thank God, that I can hop on a video and teach very quickly through a video without having to script the whole thing and go through a lot of takes. And a lot of people don't have that. I'm very blessed that I can do that quite naturally. So that's why I shoot videos, and that's why I do webinars. So those are things I do all the time. Why? Because it makes me happy. Why? Because it's not as much effort, it's easier, and it's something I'm good at. If, on the other hand, I was trying to do marketing things that tapped into my creative weaknesses, then I'd be miserable, right? I'd be spinning my wheels. It would take me 3 times as long to do something than an expert. I'd be miserable. I'd be unhappy, right? I'm like itching my scalp thinking about it. That's what I want you to do. What are you creatively good at? And listen, I had a student once who was a singing astrologist. She could sing beautifully, but she was an astrologist by trade. And so she did both. And so you can, if you are a financial planner who takes great pictures, then use your photography in your marketing and your social media graphics, for example. What are you creatively good at? That's what you should use for marketing. And what you're not good at, either outsource or don't do it entirely. If you suck at making videos, really suck at it, then don't do it. Because you're just going to be miserable in the process. If you're a horrible photographer, then don't do the photography. Go buy stock photos instead. But hopefully you see the point that when you're doing something that's in your creative strength, it's faster, easier, and makes you happier. And that's all part of authentic marketing. And here's another thing, because we're talking about authenticity, there's nothing more authentic than producing something out there that's from your creative strength, right? If you're writing a book, that's super authentic, right? And kind of vulnerable. So again, use your creative strengths. Make a list. What am I creatively good at? And give yourself permission to use those creative strengths in your marketing. Another permission, and this is a big one. I want you to implement imperfectly. We are all perfectionists. I know I am. I've had to get over a lot of it. When I shot the video to invite you to this webinar, I don't know if you noticed, but behind me was the top of my guinea pig's playpen. And normally I am very careful about what's behind me when I shoot a video, because I was once told by somebody that if I'm showing my dog, or if I'm showing a guinea pig, or if I'm showing, anything, it doesn't have like an impression of increase. And I understand what that person was saying, but after a while it's like, that's me, And so after I shot that video, my instinct was to redo it, to reshoot it and angle the camera differently. I'm like, no, I don't have time. The video is fine. Probably no one will even notice. And so I put it out there, and I haven't heard one complaint. So I think it's okay. Implement imperfectly. If you don't have your elevator speech done, you got a networking meeting tomorrow, then write it on a business card and read it off. If you are in the middle of a rebrand and you need some business cards, imperfect action would be for you to print only 100 cards just to kind of tie you over. Your website, another opportunity for imperfect action. Implement in phases. The thing is never done. Think about how you can get phase 1 up, phase 2 up, phase 3 up. Implement imperfectly, because what happens is if we wait for perfection, it never occurs and we never get the marketing out there. Anything can be fine-tuned later, right? I can't tell you how many times I dashed off a blog post and then 3 weeks later I'm rereading it and there's a typo. Well, I just go in and fix it. No harm. Nobody, no small children were hurt because there was a typo in my blog post. So please, get rid of the perfection monster. Perfection doesn't even exist. It's not even an attainable goal. And just implement imperfectly. And if you find a boo-boo later, just fix it. It's no big deal, okay? But really, we got to stop worrying about coming across as perfect. And again, we're talking about authenticity, right? And when people are so buttoned up and they come across like on a video like a robot, I'm turned off. I'm thinking, well, that's not authentic. Show your imperfections. My next permission might seem a little strange, but let me explain it. I need you to balance your marketing and your self-care. This is a permission for my fellow introverts. And what I have found is that most light workers, most purpose-driven entrepreneurs are a bit introverted. So here's what happens. This is what happens to me, at least. I'm sure this will sound familiar. So when I used to go to a weekly networking meeting, and I would go for the hour and a half, and I was on, my extroversion came out, and I drive home, and I was so depleted. I was just energetically so depleted. So what I started to do was I started to block time on my calendar for what I call reentry. So I would go to the networking meeting, like from noon to 1:30, and then I would block my calendar all the way to 3:30, so that I had time in there when I got home to unwind and detangle and increase my energy, maybe by taking a nap or just maybe watching a little TV show or just laying in the bed with Emma, whatever. And then I kind of replenished my inner gas lamp, if you will. I refilled the oil, and I was off to go. I do the same thing with conferences, right? When I'm all day in a conference with people, and I love to be around people, but I often will do, though, is I'll eat meals by myself. I'll eat breakfast in my room or dinner in my room, and, give myself permission to not be with everybody all the time, so that I can, again, refill my lamp. And then when I also make sure, and I'm coming back from, let's say, a 3-day conference, that I have reentry days, that I have a couple days in there where when I come home, I'm still not working, or I'm working just a little bit, and I'm napping, and I'm exercising, and I'm, laying on the couch and watching something on Netflix, or whatever it works for you. Because what happens is when you go as an introvert, you burn out quite quickly. And that's when you start to make bad marketing decisions, or you don't do marketing, or again, you get into a poor mindset. So balance. So if you're a fellow introvert, block the time in your calendar, right? Block the time to recover, to re-enter back into things. We can't hide behind our introversion. We can't. A lot of marketing requires us to tap into our extroverted ways. And that's okay. But just have that built-in recovery time so that you don't feel so whipped from being on the go and on the go and on the go. Replenish and balance. I hope that helps. Let me know in the comments if you're an introvert, if that makes any sense. The final permission I want to give to you is I want you to invest in yourself, because you are worth every penny. So if there's a book you want to buy because it's going to help you coach your clients better, then buy it. If there's a program you want to buy because it'll help you sell more authentically, well, I'm making this up, of course, buy it. This is a true story. This was a couple years ago before, I was really kind of, I'm always counting my pennies, right? I keep a tight look at my money, but, I really had to be very intentional about purchasing decisions. And I had an opportunity to buy a $99 program about webinars, and it would have really helped. It was something quite good. And so that was like in June, and I knew coming in about 6 or 8 weeks I would have to buy cleats for my son Joseph, my younger son Joseph, who plays football. And if you have teenagers, you know that football cleats or sports equipment is quite expensive. And so I looked at that and I'm like, you know what, I can't buy this program because in 8 weeks I'm gonna have to buy cleats for Joe. And what the heck? Well, I just talked myself out of something that could have really been helpful and really had nothing to do with the cleats. It was about not putting myself first and not saying to myself, I'm worth this investment. So where you need to invest, and I'm not saying, max out your credit cards or take food off the table, but if you need to invest in something, whether it's a designer to help you, get your website going, or a copywriter to help you write that website copy, or a coach to help you reach whatever kind of goals you want to reach, or this type of program that'll help you learn marketing fundamentals or help you learn, how to brand or whatever. If it's something you can afford, give yourself permission to invest in yourself. You are worth every penny. So those are the 9 permissions, and I want you to know something, and I know this is a lot of information, but I want you to know that you can do this. I have 100% faith in you. But here's the thing I want you to remember. There's a few things, actually. I want you to be patient with this process. This is hard because we want quick results. And it is very hard to obtain quick results. It's those who obtain quick results, it's really an anomaly. I'm just being real with you. So be patient with it, but also be consistent. One of the reasons why people don't see the results they want to see in their marketing is they're not implementing consistently. They only market when they need a client, or they only market when there's no money in their bank account. That's not the time to be marketing. The time to be marketing is always. So be consistent, show up, be consistent in your marketing. That's where you'll see the results. I want you also to be gentle with yourself in this process. You know, when we experience a failure, and that happens, it is not because we did something wrong. It is not because we are bad. It is not because we are not cut out to be entrepreneurs. It just means that something didn't go well. What can you learn, apply it, move on, do something different? So be gentle with yourself. Don't beat yourself up, because it is normal to fail and not have the successes right away. Or even the most successful people, like, you know, the people I mentor with, they have things that are roadblocks all the time. But you gotta be gentle with yourself in that process. And finally, you have to stay in faith. You have to believe that you are meant to be on this earth to share your gift. And yes, things might get thrown at you, curveballs, etc. But if you stay in faith, it'll just be a little road bump that you'll just get over, a little speed bump. You'll get over it, and when you look in the rearview mirror, you're like, bye, speed bump, I'm moving on to the next speed bump. But you stay in faith. Don't give up. I see so many light workers give up because it is hard. But we make it harder for ourselves when we don't stay in faith. I want you to know that I'm here for you. And I'm always here for you in any way, any time. You know, you were invited on this webinar. Not everyone was included, because you're the people in my tribe who are active, who I know could use this information. This is new content. It's a little out there, maybe a little too woo, but I know for you all, this is something that I believe will really help you with your marketing. And it's a mindset change, right? But I'm here for you if you need help with that. And if you're wondering, okay, well, Jill, I kind of know you, but I really don't know who you help. I created this slide, and it's a long list of professions, I guess, for lack of better terms. These are the people who typically come into my coaching or into my academy or into my challenges. And this is not a comprehensive list, though it is quite long. But just if you can see from this list, these are purpose-driven folks. These are mission-based folks. And your job title may be on here, or maybe you see something similar, and I think you'll get the idea. But these are wonderful entrepreneurs. These are the light workers. These are the special group of people who are out there to make the world a better place. And no matter what the job title is, I believe that these gorgeous souls, people just like you, are needed in our world now more than ever. And I see it as my purpose to help awaken these light workers, these entrepreneurs, to teach them how to share their gifts through marketing and to constantly cheerlead them to their success. Now, of course, as I mentioned, this isn't a comprehensive list, so don't be put off if you don't see your exact profession listed here. But I hope you get the general spirit of who I help. In addition to being sort of this purpose-driven, mission-based entrepreneur, my ideal clients have a marketing wish list that look something like what you see here on your screen. You wish to know exactly how to best market your business. You wish to understand what marketing tactics you should implement to grow your business. You want a plan that guides your marketing at all times because you get so distracted. You're not the only one. You wish to be a confident, knowledgeable director of marketing for your business. And finally, you want to demystify marketing finally and not guess at it anymore. Here's the thing. In addition to those tactics, I hold up a mirror to you. And as your marketing teacher and as your coach, I show you the best version of yourself and your business. And I encourage you and I love you until you reach a point where you sort of accept this best version. You embrace it and you said, yeah, I'm ready to share it with the world. And by owning and embracing this best version, you gain confidence to go bigger with your gifts and message. And you feel believed in, perhaps for the first time ever. right? Entrepreneurship is a lonely gig. But as you evolve and as you grow, I help you through each step like a celestial guide. You get to tap into your inner director of marketing, the one that has always been there. And you learn how to market your business your way in total alignment with your gifts. In our world, we're so blessed to have lots of marketing coaches, business coaches out there, because each one of us brings a unique gift to the table, right? And so I want to share with you what makes me unique as a marketing teacher. I am that cheerleader who believes in the powerhouse that you are, even if you cannot see it yet. I encourage you to have faith in the process, to step out of fear, and to share your gifts. Because there are so many people out there right now who are praying for a person like you. But you have to do your job. And marketing is part of your job, right? Marketing your business must be done so that these people can find you. And yes, I'm going to teach you the marketing tactics. Yes, I'm going to teach you the marketing fundamentals, all those things you need to learn. But here's the thing. I become your support beam, your magnifying glass, like your sounding board, and yes, your number one fan. So if this speaks to you, I would be honored to talk to you through a complimentary Get Acquainted call. So let me tell you what happens during this call so you have an idea. The first thing we talk about is how you're marketing your business right now, kind of your state of the union. Then we talk about what struggles you're experiencing from a marketing and business perspective. Then we talk about your business goals. Where are you headed? Where do you want to be in 1 year or so? And then finally, we see if one of my programs is a good fit for you and your needs. Now, here's the thing. I'm an authentic marketer, and I'm a non-high pressure salesperson. I am totally grossed out by sales, like the high pressure sales. I respect your feelings, I respect your boundaries, and I respect your time. I come from the position where I hate to be sold to as well, right? And so this shows in my sales process, which I call relaxed and loving, and a lot of other people agree. So if this speaks to you, I encourage you to go to callwithjill.com, callwithjill.com. And what that is just a direct link to my calendar. And that's where you can find a time slot that fits your schedule. One time I did one of these talks, and someone says, Jill, I know I want to talk to you, but it's, I don't have time. I know I need to wait about 60 days. I'm like, that's fine. You can go ahead and book the call now if you want. That way it's already done. And so, yep, sure enough, she went in there, and I think it was like February. I did the talk, and she had scheduled it for April or something like that. That's perfectly fine. If you want to wait till after the summer, whatever. The sooner you get on the calendar, the more you can learn and get moving. But know that it's an open invitation. And I would be delighted and honored to speak with you if that speaks to you. So that is the end of my presentation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the share. And now you're going to see me. Hi. And let me go through my comments here. So hi from Nicole. Hi from Amelia. Hi, Amelia. Hi from Kelly Grill. Mwah. Hello, Connie. Hello, hello, hello. I love all the hellos. Downtime, yes. Mary Beth Decker. Downtime. Recovery time would have been a smart decision after she spent a week in California. Yes. Next time, Mary Beth, just map that in. I think maybe I'll see you in June. I always, when I travel, I take off like 2 days. Be gentle with yourself. Always be marketing. Yeah. So thank you, everybody, for your sweet comments. Anybody have any questions? Just go ahead and type them in. So just a reminder, this is recorded. And as soon as, any meeting does its magic, I will send it out to you so you have it. And also a copy of the presentation. And, let me know what you think about this presentation. And here's a couple reasons why. First of all, what I just presented today is an outline of my new book. I didn't tell you that at the beginning. And I'm going to be honest, and now here's me being vulnerable and authentic. I'm having a hard time getting this book out the damn door. And so I thought, you know what? Let me present the material and see what people think. And I'm seeing some great comments here. So you're encouraging me. So you've given me a gift, and I thank you. Thank you so much. And if you have any comments, even if you want to email me or send me a message through Facebook, let me know. I'm happy to get information that way. Lynn Strand, hi Lynn. After a rather dismal winter, I'm trying hard to get my business grooving again. I needed this today. Oh man, you're gonna make me cry. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you. Speaks to me as a light worker. Thank you, Maria. I love the image of a speed bump in our careers and our marketing, but keep it in our rearview mirror. Yes, we learn from it and move on. Absolutely, Kelly girl. So good. Thank you so much. No more downtime for my bee. Well, Amelia just had a baby. If you just had a baby, you'll find downtime later. But let me know if you need any help, Amelia, because there are ways to do both. Yeah. So anyway, I love you guys. Hey, Amelia had a question. Amelia, any suggestions on how to keep it going with just a little bit of time? You have to be super intentional with your time, Amelia. Especially when the baby is probably not sleeping through the night, and I know you're breastfeeding. You have to be super intentional. And is Nicole Barati, are you still on here? I don't know. I don't know if you're still on here or not. Nicole is, oh yes, I think she is. Nicole is a doula, and I know she had a baby, was it 2 years ago, Nicole? And I bet she has tips for how to manage a business while having a baby, newborn. So Nicole and Amelia, maybe you two can meet. Actually, you two should know each other anyway, because Amelia is a fertility health coach and Nicole is a doula, and you guys don't live that far from each other. So I'm going to connect you two. So, hey, we're making matches here on our webinar. I love that. I love that. So anyway, maybe Nicole, you can give Amelia some tips too as you connect about from a business perspective. So that's awesome. All right, guys, thank you for your time. Again, if you want to hop on the phone with me, Jill Celeste. No, that's not the right one. Callwithjill.com and look for your emails. And I'll see you on the Facebook group. And I'm sending you big, big love. Mwah! I'm going to shut the recording and shut the meeting. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.